Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is SKTV coming to you live from Phoenix, Arizona. My name is Sekou Kene. I want to say thank you to all of you for joining us this morning, this afternoon, this evening, depending where you are. I want to encourage all of you to share the show. Today is another edition of What's on Your Mind. We have a confluence of issues that we can attack. We decide to now not to go to a particular subject. So we kind of like open the conversation. So I want to say thank you to all of you for following SKTV. We want to encourage you to share the show. It's another day, a brand new day. I want to encourage all of us to please go ahead and share the show. It's very, very, very important we share the show. If you have done so, thank you so much. If you haven't, I want to encourage you to share the show, please. It is.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We judge it for podcast and connecting people and culture from getting up out of the club. Foreign people who waiting to sell. The blessing that time and the efforts are rest. The brothers are giving us here the premise of them. The welcome and life without fear.
A lyrical healthy Master Clear police who make on you I can't ask you to be benyo Say my journey Tina get I say my yamo And yes I know money Emu aye yo And you love amoy Emu aye yo What is that?
Let's go TV the best in Liberia. Let's go TV the best in Africa. Let's go TV the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grandfather.
And I didn't ya to money. And I said ya to money. And I can't play ya to money. And I could do ya to money. And I didn't ya to money. And I said ya to money. And I can't play ya to money. And I could do ya to money. And I don't get it now ya to money. That's the baby. And I don't get it now. Cause you walk on my ya to money. Yeah.
Let's go TV the best in Liberia. Let's go TV the best in Africa. Let's go TV the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grandfather.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We judge it for podcast and connecting people and culture from getting up out of the club. Foreign people who waiting to sell. The blessing that time and the efforts are rest. The broadcast we giving a real and the premise my best. To work with my life without fear. From grandfather Nima to Lusa, from Riverside to Raji to Chide, from Grand Crew, Bombing, Cape Mount, Montserrat to San to Backwalu, from Maryland, Bonk to the Mikey B. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB.
Let's go TV the best in Liberia. Let's go TV the best in Africa.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We judge it for podcast and connecting people and culture from getting up out of the club. Foreign people who waiting to sell. The blessing that time and the efforts are rest. The brothers are giving us here the premise of them. The welcome and life without fear.
A lyrical healthy
Master
Clear police who make on you I can't ask you to be benyo Say my journey, Tina get I say my yamo And yes I know money Emu aye yo And you love amoy Emu aye yo What is that?
Let's go TV the best in Liberia. Let's go TV the best in Africa. Let's go TV the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grandfather.
And I didn't ya to money. And I said ya to money. And I can't play ya to money. And I could do ya to money. And I didn't ya to money. And I said ya to money. And I can't play ya to money. And I could do kodu boy ya tu mane. Another fucking ya na ya tu mane. SKTV. Another fucking ya na. So she walk on my ya tu mane. Yeah.
SKTV, the best in Liberia. SKTV, the best in Africa. SKTV, the best in Mama Liberia. My soul rather local and grandmaster.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We talking for podcasts and connecting people and culture from here and outside of the globe. Qualified people who waiting to sell. The flesh, the time, and the efforts are rest. The broadcast we giving are real and the promise my best. To work with my life without fear.
SKTV, the best in Liberia, the best SKTV, the best in the world. Melbourne, how are you, sir?
Yes, indeed. Thank you, Seku. I'm doing great. Thank God for that. It's just that I don't know how can I just changing. What's going on? You are changing from the other end to the other end. I'm getting a bit confused.
I'm trying to confuse JMB so you can put my name on the list. Quick. Yeah.
Really?
Someday I can dress like a JMB. Someday I dress like a JMB nephew. Someday I dress like a JMB trusted, cousin. Someday I dress like a JMB himself. So I don't want to confuse the people. People say, you know what? They mad. I'm a boy. Let me just.
In fact, that man is part of us. That's just
because
all of the dress code and
the rescue mission. Okay. Yeah, so I want to make sure that people recognize me and just put my name on the list.
Hey God.
Yeah, I don't want to be that. I want to be that vassal.
But I pray that your name will appear. Yeah, your name shouldn't appear more than 2 to 3 times. No,
my name will appear only one time.
There are double dipping. Whenever your names appear more than one time, then I mean a double dipping.
You don't get happy if you talk to GMB and talk to other people then. We got to talk to one person. You got to make sure that one person recognizes you. So you need to get 2 or 3 times. If you confuse everybody.
So that means the team that are responsible for vetting, they shouldn't be the one that will be appointing. Because sometimes I think that there where some of the names appear more than 2 times, or maybe sometimes more than one.
I mean, let money be there. You appear 1,000 times. I don't want money to be there. When you appear, they recognize me. Let money be on the list.
So for us here, we call it double dipping. You can't be doing double dipping while other people are looking for a job.
My man, let money be there. I don't want money to be there. That double dipping or that triple dipping, I don't care.
All right, come on. So
double dipping, triple, quadruple, I don't care. I don't want money to be there. Yeah, man. Cool. Yeah, but it's good to be here. We want to take this time to recognize a few people. Monk is here. Johnson Melbourne Kola is here. Seku Ken is here. And most of our VIP, very important people are also here. VIP. University first, welcome to SKTV, Anita Queen Kane. Welcome to SKTV, Regional Wilson. Ma Abina Kangbe, welcome to SKTV, Nora Hooks. Simpson W. Weah, journalist. That's one of our picking there on the ground of the Capitol building. Welcome to SKTV. Valentine Precious. It's been a minute. Welcome to SKTV. Ernestine Bernard. Welcome to SKTV. Elizabeth Bowen, welcome. James David. Mustafa Kenan, welcome to SKTV. Bioga Joe, welcome to SKTV. And EO White, how you doing, brother? Lucia Dosen, welcome to SKTV. Emmanuel Bro. God-favored Nadia Roberts. Zole Wesley, welcome to SKTV. And Milestone Boyd, welcome to SKTV. Abdullah Dole, welcome to SKTV. Watching from all the way Zoto City, Lofa County. welcome to SKTV. Masa G Kiazulu, welcome to SKTV. Yvonne Eo, let me tell you something. One time I was trying to respond to my boy, Eo White, and then I responded to her sister, Yvonne Eo, calling her brother. I was like, what's going on here? She's like, I'm a sister. I said, no, I just kind of get confused. The same way people that can be sending plenty relation to GMB, people there to be calling their name, and people that can be confusing, giving same position to two people there. I start calling women. I start calling women there, he, I start calling men, she, and confusing everybody. Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's true, man.
She, and then calling the women there, he. Everything
Yes.
yeah. So yeah, where the name Joy M. Cooper Burnett, welcome to SKTV. City Leo. Hold on 1 second. I want to make sure. Oh, okay. Eugenia is here. Eugenia, welcome to SKTV. Abdullah Dole, welcome. Masa already did that. And yeah, it's Celia Canu. Welcome to SKTV. I'm sorry if you're mutilating your name some kind of way. I'm sorry. I apologize. Michelle Dio, welcome to SKTV. And Princess Event, welcome to SKTV. Our own Orito Zena. That is SKTV, darling, and there. When they not show feel SKTV, not start yet. Orito, welcome to SKTV. Evelyn Joe, welcome to SKTV. Doyle Tay, welcome to SKTV. And our own Moses, that's Steve Boley. The other Steve Boley near. If Steve were going to apply for something, they were going to give him 3 different positions.
Really?
People when they see the need, they say the man from the Grand Gilead. Other people see the need, they say the man from Lofa. Some people see the need, they say the man from
Because people want to be asking as to
right now you still apply for anything, you will get a Nima share, you will get a Grand Gilead share, you will get the share of Lofa.
So that means if I once upon a time I was also thinking about asking. Once upon a time, I was also if I'm thinking about asking as to whether you get close contact with George Boley.
Yeah. Yeah, so maybe take over for a second. Let me respond to this call real quick.
All right, correct. So first, indeed, a wonderful good evening. In fact, today is Wednesday. It's release night. So to all of you, our wonderful women out there, or our ladies out there, let me say a pleasant good evening to all of you. I know you're somewhere around in your lake corner and you are following us better still. Maybe you are maybe at your marketplace and you are also following via the radio, or maybe you're watching us through the internet. I want to say a wonderful good evening to all of you. Don't forget that the Central Bank of Liberia, to all of you that are marketeers, Seku, quickly, if I tell you our marketeers that the Central Bank of Liberia have a deadline or give out a deadline of the money that will be used and the one that will not be used. So they have to be careful and they have to be able to change their money. If you have any of the money in your cash box, you got to bust the cash box now and be able to check no money that you have among this money, because below 2021, it will not be used. You are muted.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mabon. Thank you very, very much. So yes, Duarte, we say welcome to SKTV. And one of the name here, I want to pronounce it, but if I pronounce it wrongly, you got to go tell me how to pronounce your name.
Correct.
Umtageti Yatu. If I'm doing it right, I appreciate it. If not, just text me or just send me a little, voice recording. Hey, take this way to pronounce my name. Umtaketi Yatu. Welcome to SKTV. Yeah. And then, thank you, Eugenia. Eugenia telling you people to share the show. And you're not listening. You got to share the show, please. Everybody, you share the show. Tracy Benson, welcome to SKTV. David G. Jerome, welcome to SKTV. James Colley Jr., welcome to SKTV. Lasana V. Kamara, welcome to SKTV. Stand Man, welcome to SKTV. Yasa Goba Washington, welcome to SKTV. Linda Nyimpang, welcome to SKTV. Melvin DeShill from all the way Brussels, welcome to SKTV. And Sarah Smith, welcome to SKTV. And Masa G. Kiazulu, welcome to SKTV. Randolph Perry, Philip Bryan, Sholopre, welcome to SKTV. Melo Kekula, welcome to SKTV. You see Kekula ni de Kekula ni is a money. But he invite to, he invite to get it.
Because the better people too, they can use that name.
Yeah,
right?
people can use it too. What I'm trying to say, Kekula mean new man.
Okay.
Like, you know, when they born a male, you know, like a boy child, right? And they haven't decided which name to give to that man, to that boy. They call that one Kekula, like new man.
Wow.
In Madingo too, the same way they call Musukula. It's actually Musukula. That's what it means. New woman, new man or new woman, new person, new female or new male.
Wow, that's
Kula
great.
mean new. Kula mean new.
Yes,
Makula
indeed.
mean, you know, like all those Musukula, all the things like what I mean. Yeah, but I'm not trying to say that man, I'm going to go, that man could be Kula man, Bandi man, or yeah, boy, you know, all the people from the Mande Empire, whether Pelo, Bandiwo, Madingo, Vao, Kisiwo, all the people from the forest place there, from that forest area there, they all came from up there, from the Mali Empire. So all them guys is saying they came the origin from Mande. That's why you put going to say Mende, Va, Madingo, Loma, Kisi, all the people there, they get some kind of connection. That's why everybody we say we all family. When a settlement cannot change people the way people talk, but we all the same people. That's why you get Kisidu in Guinea, you get Kisi people in Liberia. You know, all the place they consider today, you know, Bela, Jakodu, Musadu, all the one that were part of Liberia before they created the demarcation, you know, for the purpose of control by the European and, you know, by the European power, you know, the colonial power. They're the one that kind of came and drew those lines to divide all into different countries so that they can have control over us. But now we can take ourselves to be different. We are all the same people. Sierra Leone or Guinea or Ivory Coast or the same people you find and the same people you find everywhere. Yeah, but Melbourne and Brazilian monk. I want to say thank you to all of you for being here. Let me just call a few names. And then, because I like to recognize our people when they come here, to tell you the truth. So yeah, Elizabeth Bowen is here. Obertville Dutchman, welcome to SKTV. Emmett Wilson Jr., Senior, welcome to SKTV. Vasti Jilu, welcome to SKTV. Abraham Kaba, welcome to SKTV. Brahima Fode Jabate, welcome to SKTV. And Fendog Zulu, welcome to SKTV. Emma Pega, welcome to SKTV. And our own Ruth Robert Pengba, welcome to SKTV. And one of the most important people in here to one of the VIP, Felicia Free Wolo, welcome to SKTV. And I want to say thank you to all of you. Yeah, thank you to all of you for being here. So Melbourne, the reason why we decided to do what's on your mind today, because we have confluence of issues, crazy stuff, a lot going on. We are seeing reactions and counter reactions to the announcement of this World War and Economic Crimes Code. Some people are saying that the timing is not correct. Some people are saying that it's misplaced, it's mispriority. Some people are saying that there's no better time than now. Some people are saying that justice delay is justice denied. The more we delay, the more we will be depriving ourselves of justice. So we say, what's on your mind? You can talk about anything you want to talk about. And maybe one can choose to talk about how the people now refuse now to support SKTV. Maybe one can talk about what you want to. And Brazilian one can talk about, how Joey want to come by and Joey want to come by into politics. Because it looks like Joey is signaling that he want to come back. He wants to come back to politics. And he's starting very soon. Very, very soon. And I'm suspecting if Joey got broke or if Joey spend more money like he used to, and the source of income is not there to be replacing what he's going to be using, and the only tool that they have in Liberia to make money is politics. Either it costs noise to be recognized and somebody will pay them money to be silent, or they join into politics and get political power and then use that to exploit the system. That's what politicians do, not just George Weah. So the likelihood of George Weah coming back is very, very, very high because of financial reason. And there's something also going on. If George Weah decides to go out of the picture of politics, this could be the beginning of the end of that party called CDC. CDC is a party that kind of coalesces around George Weah. George Weah is the face of that party. So if George Weah stays away, that could be the beginning of the end of the party called CDC. You'll begin to see some of the major actors, in Liberia, we say crossing carpet. They will be, going to different party, different alliances and other coalition and collaborations in the coming months, if not in a few years. You will see CDC somehow being completely dismantled. So I think Joey is saying that even if Joey decided not to run for president, but CDC is seen as a capital, as money-making tool, either, but their direct involvement in politics, taking political position, exploit the country, or use it as an opposition bloc, wherein they will cause noise, they will remain relevant, they will create protest. And because our leaders are kind of accustomed to bribery, so if the people cause noise, if they see this could be a distraction or this could lead to some popular uprising or destabilization of the country, so what they do, they revert to the usual thing, which is bribery. So that's why certain people are not going to leave the limelight. You always want to be in politics so that their name will not vanish from the political system. So always don't be surprised to see Joe being active in politics again. It may not be because he wants to come by and be president again, but you may want to do the same thing that they are used to in Liberia. Joe used to sit in Ghana and ask Molba Molu and Jefferson Koji then to go and make noise and create problem. the government, create noise, make the country ungovernable. And then they will just call him. What's going on? Talk to your people. They say, well, you got to send some more thing. Let me talk to them. And that money will go to George Weah. He just a phone call Molu, Jefferson Koji, a color greater than Hayes, cut it off and send their piece of the pie. So those are the kind of politics in Liberia. So people may see, maybe, oh, Joe, want to come back, maybe you want to be president again. No, he may not necessarily want to be president, but he wants to remain relevant for financial reason. That's something that I wanted to flag. Joe will not go away. Not anytime soon. Many people expected Fort Weah, after failing the country massively, for which he was kicked out of power, that he could not even wait for the official result on NEC, that he could not even give the people a chance to have counted all the numbers and come up with the result. George Weah conceded. People would have thought, personally, that George Weah would have been out of politics at least for a while. Take some break. Not just going for vacation in Italy to go play with the pigeons and other stuff, but take a serious break from politics, from criticism, from doing anything political, and watch the country and somehow reflect on the past 6 years where he did well and some of the shortcomings, some of the area he failed massively. And if there's a need to come back, where can he do better? Where did he do well that he can improve on? And where he didn't do good at all, if he decides to come back. If at all he's not going to come back, he could be somehow a bridge for other people can lay on, can learn from his mistake. But at least George Weah will have been actually out of politics for at least a year or two. Not even saying anything, just get lost. That would have shown some level of maturity, especially when he graciously, accepted the result without even being finalized, for which many of his supporters are very angry with him. I can tell you, we have been informed reliably. This may shock you. There are some seditions. There are some hierarchies of the CDC. There are some youth of the CDC that are already pledging support and commitment to other people because they're angry, feeling that Joe Weah betrayed them. They are saying that Joe Weah did not fight enough. Joe Weah only cared about himself. That's what they feel. There are some that even saying that even if Joe Weah happened to come back, they will not support him. They feel betrayal. They feel let down. They are disappointed. I think Joe Weah should have given everybody a chance to somehow reflect, have some sober reflection and actually look at the past 6 years and see how things, go from there. I just want to speak a little bit about George Weah today. I think George Weah, politics is good. It's good to be relevant, but you have very limited things to criticize on right now. You fail on everything. At least according to the Liberian people. The reason why you were not re-elected, the reason why you are one of the very first one-term president in history, in our recent history. And conventional wisdom will have it that an incumbent president in Africa cannot just be defeated just like that. The belief is that if the margin is so low, people expect an incumbent president to put up a fight. Even if, I'm not saying that's what he should have done, but even if Joe Weah would have cheated and declared himself winner or somehow force the election commission to declare him winner, there will have been any problem. Because why? The difference between them, 28,000 votes out of almost 1 million votes. People are going to say, well, that's not any number that could actually trigger anything. People are going to say, oh, you know what? Yeah, they're saying that there was some irregularities, but that margin was too small. And Joe did not even put up a fight simply because he believed that he failed miserably. Joe, we are trying to blame his surrounding. I don't buy into that. You were the president. You were the one that actually bring all those people around. You were the one that appointed all of them in those positions. And when they were failing, you had the right, the opportunity to replace all of them. You were the one that somehow outsourced your responsibility to them. The good ones, you take credit. The bad ones, you have to take the responsibility. So the failure of George Weah government is solely on George Weah, because it was George Weah government. All the other people then, they're maneuvering around right now. Some of them talking to UP people, begging them for job. Some of them begging them for accommodation. Some of them begging them for mercy. Please, if you have to do any auditing, please spare me. Some of them are begging. I'm telling you the truth. Some of them are bad-mouthing Joe Weah right now. And some of them are ready to throw Joe Weah under the bus. Some of them are ready to testify against George Weah, feeling that Joe Weah betrayed them, so they too get a right to take it back to him. So that's why when you are the president, you are the leader. The famous saying in Liberia, everybody serving in the executive, they serve by the will and pleasure of the president. That is the most quoted constitutional provision in Liberia. Oh, you know, and people there, they all serve by the way and pleasure of the president. Yes, if the president understands that, yes, Joseph Boakai is suffering from the same problem right now. People that they say that are serving at the will and pleasure of Joseph Nima Boakai are the ones that are actually leading Joseph Nima Boakai right now. But who to be blamed? Joseph Nima Boakai. All the mistakes and disgrace that they are bringing to this old man, making him to look like that he never served in government before, making him to look like some kind of rookie who doesn't understand governance, who has never served in any position, who doesn't even understand position of government, appointing two people in one position. I mean, in one position, so that appointing two different persons in the same position, so that creating some position that don't exist, and fighting to remove turning position, trying to twist the law to be fit their selfish egos, as if you never served in government before. So all the people that are doing everything that they are doing, we're all going to blame Joseph Nyuma. I mean, other people, oh, you know, they're not the pape, that they put around that the pape. The pape is the president. The pape said he can run that country. He can rescue Liberia. He can bring the good people around to change things around. So everything going on right now is Joseph Nyuma. In fact, Joseph Nyuma said he can dance with the devil just to win the election. And if you dance with the devil just to win the election, the devil will come back to you. The devil will come back to you. The devil will come back and destroy you. Let me tell you something today, and you'll be surprised. The reason why Prince C. Johnson was removed from the chief of staff position, it was for the same War and Economic Crimes Code. Because Prince Johnson and some others were planning if and when this whole War and Economic Crimes Code comes, there was going to be some military action. So we don't can say everything on SKTV. Sometimes some things we can say it until the time is right to say it. That man was removed not because they wanted to make him chief of staff. When you saw Prince Johnson complaining, Prince Johnson was angry why the man was removed, because Prince Johnson was on a mission. If when this whole War and Economic Crimes Code start to take shape, they will have disrupted the process. In fact, as we speak, Prince Johnson and other people who are having a meeting, we announced it here weeks ago. You say we're lying. We told you that there are meetings going on. We told you that there are some even recruitment and some exercises going on in Nimba. You said we were lying. But Prince Johnson said it yesterday to the Liberian people that the very day Allen White landed in Liberia, they started a consultative meeting. And he told you that all the ex-combatants, generals, all the rebel killing machines are having meeting, having conversation. This alone, this announcement by Prince Johnson alone could trigger an investigation and possible arrest, because that was an issue of national security threat. If Joseph Walker knows exactly what he's doing, somebody is telling you, a former rebel leader is telling you that we are having meeting to destabilize the country. We are having meeting to create havoc and mayhem in the country. They are sitting there like nothing happened. You say you people are the gurus. You people are the people that are the mature people who understand government, who understand security. Like I said, I have national security experience. That pronouncement alone by Prince Johnson by himself, that statement that as I speak to you, we are having consultative, that's because that's a subversive plan to undermine peace and stability in Liberia. He's admitting that statement is treasonable. Is somebody admitting that, yes, we are planning to destroy the country. We are planning to destroy it. And in fact, he went as far as saying, you should go ahead and try it. We will not sit back for this to happen. In fact, we are meetings and planning. We have men, we have generals, we have rebels, we have people then that are ready to fight. And we have meeting. That alone could be used as a probable cause to initiate an investigation into Prince Johnson for issuing national security threats. He just sit by supposedly and do nothing. One morning you will hear say there is some military takeover in Liberia. I'm just telling you right now. You just sit down there and thinking that this is a joke. All of you that are moving around in the night, from door to door, from office to office, from the president's house to this person's house for position. If these people succeed in what they are planning to do, you'll all be finding your way somewhere else instead of going to that office that you are seeking right now. Joseph Boakai is supposed to be the most experienced person. Joseph Boakai is supposed to be. You listen to Thomas Yaya Nimlin today. Thomas Yaya Nimlin is a rebel leader. He was a spokesperson. Thomas Yaya Nimlin knows a lot.
I want to play a video.
Was one of those people, if one of those people in Prince Johnson who are listed by the TRC as people who committed crime against humanity, as people who were involved, who are responsible for what happened in Liberia. And briefly, the reason why TRC was created was to find out as to what triggered the war. What are the principal reasons, the driving factors that led to the war that take the life of 300 plus thousand Liberians, a 250,000 people? And they found out the reasons. They did not only stop there. They found the major perpetrators. And they didn't stop there. They found people who committed heinous crimes against humanity. They even listed people that were engaged in economic crimes during those periods, including the Kuku Dennis, the Bedina Ure, and the rest of the people. You see, all the people that are creating all this nonsense, you know, where do we start from? Where do we stop? They know exactly what's going on. They're trying to play politics with you. They know exactly what happened. They know exactly people who are responsible. They know exactly people who are considered as major perpetrators that destroy Liberia, that should not be in anywhere visible close to leadership. You listen to Thomas Nimlin saying today, oh, you know.
Sekou, you want to play that video for the audience? That it gets 5 minutes. That Thomas Nimlin video, let people watch it.
You want me to do that?
Yeah, I want you to play for the
I was
audience.
calling attention for, you know, I mean, twice I didn't hear from you, so that's why I kept going, because
No, keep going. I'm enjoying the conversation.
Yeah. So you can play it for us, so that at least
it's 5 minutes, 5 minutes or less. It's very short. Let the people watch.
You know, somebody listening to me. I'm not sure.
Let me. If you don't have it, I can share. I can send it to you.
Just send it to the inbox again just now.
All right.
I have it somewhere, but I don't want to be looking too much. So just send it to my inbox again, so I can just play it right now. Thomas Nimler is telling you that you're not supposed to. Is that the one you just said? No, not yet. So Thomas is telling you, okay, President Boakai, you are missing priorities. You are not doing yourself right. You're not doing labour justice. Your 100-day. He telling Joseph Boakai now how to run the government.
Yeah, I just send it to you.
He telling Joseph Boakai now how to run the government, what to prioritize, what not to prioritize, and he telling Joseph Boakai the timeline when to establish War and Economic Crimes Code. Bring War Crime Code in the 4th year of your tenure. Can you imagine? And he's right. Because Thomas Nimler, knowing that, that was the people there from the Grand there, you call it Prince Johnson a rebel, Prince Johnson a killer. And you are there, you just voted your own rebel. Do you know Ty Farley, who was the superintendent under George Weah, his name is on that list as people that committed a crime? He was a superintendent under George Weah for Grand Union County. Liberia, man. Liberia is just a different country.
Liberia is a sick place. It's a sick society. Like,
listen to this guy.
People can't get from one village to another. Those are the things you promised in your first 100 days. War crime code should not be the people that need rescue right now. Why you worry about Prince Johnson? Who is going to a Sunday, walking slow like Toto?
What about you? Yes,
why you worry about him? Rescue your nation. Look at the hospitals. Look at the schools. Bring the teachers back into the classroom. Look at the behavior. Look at the gasoline, the roads that have been built. People can't get from one village to another. Those are the things you promised in your first 100 days. War crime code should not be in your 100 days. Take it from your 100 days and put it into your 4th year. When you are leaving power and you bring war crime code, nobody will care. But when you have this government in the first 2 months you bring war crime code, all your program will be undermined. Now all of you having confusion. Oh, we're gonna tie them up. We'll get on to Ghana. Did you talk to Ghana? This was a country that spent thousands and millions of dollars. They send their children here during the war and they die here. Did you talk to Nigeria? Nigeria send their children here and they die here in this country, and they continue to insist that the war in Liberia will end. Did you talk to Guinea? Did you talk to Cote d'Ivoire? You never talk to all of these people. They are against you doing what you're doing because Liberia is still fragile. We are peaceful, but we are not stable. This is not a stabilized country. Things are going on daily and nightly. This president needs to listen and to watch and to analyze. War crime code, move it from your agenda now. Move it from your agenda. The Constitution does not allow a white man to be citizen in this country. No white man is supposed to be citizen in this country. And you know who passed the first law? It was our brothers who came from America as slaves. And they said to us, the settlers, the originals, and the Medians, they said, the white people are bad people. The way they treated us. So we came back now, we are free. But no white man should be a citizen in this country. And the other tribe, the Gola people, the Vai people, the Mende, they said, true. No white man will be citizen. And so white man is not a citizen in this country.
So, when I say God got patience, this is Thomas Yaya Nimling, one of the rebel leaders, who was just elected by the people of Grand Union County to be their senator. When they're ready to act like Prince Johnson is the only person, and this guy, not just he was a spokesperson. Those who were very young, maybe they don't know, but this guy was the main spokesperson of the rebel group. This guy They were with Ulimo. They were with Ulimo J, but with Reverend Johnson. They were with Model, who was a spokesperson. The reason why this guy left here and went back to run for senator because they were going to arrest him here. Now they are the decision maker in Liberia. So this whole war economic crumbs code thing is a good thing. It is also a bad thing. If Joseph Boakai is serious, you want to be aggressive and go at it directly with no wasting time, it will work. America will help in the international community, ECOWAS. Everybody will help. But if you waste time on it, try to play hide and seek on it, he could be doing that at his own detriment. Because these guys are not playing. And now they are issuing threat, telling the president, the government, stop it now. Who are you? You are a senator representing the people of Grand Jura County.
So,
but you're not supposed to be issuing threat to the government. Yeah, maybe I know you're going to go for the news bulletin. Join us when you're done. Just give us a signal.
Yeah, so quickly, Ian Jiffy, there'll be no news. They say we should continue with the broadcast.
Okay.
Join them at 8 o'clock for the news. So,
okay.
For our listener out there, know that you are happy when please.
Yeah, and I know the Liberia want to continue to listen to the conversation. So Thomas Yaya Nimland, Prince Johnson, and some of the people then who are accused of committing heinous crimes shouldn't have a say. The Liberian people have decided that they want war economic crimes court. You listened to the lady yesterday, the United States ambassador, who said that they did an opinion polling among Liberians. Over 75% of Liberian people, they want it. So who are you to tell the president when to implement war economic crimes court? You are the Liberian people. So I want to invite Monk into this conversation. Monk, looking at what we are seeing right now, do you think Joseph Boakai government should take these threats lightly? And if they do, what could be the repercussion?
Well, Sekou, from my observation, it's like a pattern. I said it yesterday. I said, based on the consensus from the Liberian people on the issue of war crime code, is something that is agreed upon, irrespective of people party affiliation. The vote that I saw coming from the Senate, talking of people that voted for the resolution and people that voted against, I expected a lot more. 57%.
The House of Representatives.
Yeah, the House of Representatives. They voted like proportionally 57%. I expected upward of 85 to 90% if they were reflecting the will of the Liberian people. And my advice to Joseph Boakai, don't take this threat lightly, but I want you to pursue this particular agenda or objective as a recovery and war crimes code, because you won't have it any better. You got the backing of the Liberian people and you were elected for a reason. So I'm seeing this concerted effort from Prince Johnson and Thomas Yaya Nimland. You know, Thomas Yaya Nimland, I don't blame it. I blame people that can vote for these guys. You know, Prince Johnson believed that in the title that he was instrumental in him picking in 4 election cycles. So he think he above the state. That's what he believed. It's the same nonsense he's seeing from Thomas Yaya Nimland. Like, it's he kind of insinuating that, you know what? He's trying to say, okay, because he's talking about Boakai should bring about war crimes code on his way out.
Yeah.
If you believe that it's okay for us to have a war crime code, why should Joseph Boakai initiate this move at the end because they think they can use it as a political football to hold future presidential candidate hostage again so they can renegotiate to keep kicking the can down the road. That's why it's all about. Because he's not saying he against war crime code, but for him it's determined. And Bouaka should do it on his way out. You know, the U.S. ambassador made a statement yesterday. She said there is a common saying in the U.S. that says you can walk and chew gum. She talked about contemporary challenges that Bouaka administration is faced with. But this issue of war crimes code and abuse and all these things that are happening, we can still do them at the same time. Because if you keep kicking down the skin, you see, I keep saying on the show that Joseph Bouaka presidency came with a gift and a curse. The gift here is Bouaka is not going to be on the ballot 6 years from now. So why is there to be afraid of? Bouaka is giving an opportunity to establish himself as one of the greatest presidents if he was to embark on these things, whether it's war crime code, whether it's asset recovery, whether it's about accountability. All these things about rescue, about rest, and all the acronyms that they came up with, I don't think that makes sense. Give the Liberian people what they want. The Liberian people voted Joseph Bouaka for a reason, because after George Weah let them down on this issue of war crime code, after he played politics, they saw Joseph Bouaka as the only candidate based on his experience, based on the length of time he been in office to pursue these things. So I don't know whether you're going to take this threat. Like I said, you cannot take them lightly, but equally so, the Liberian people gave you that full backing. When it comes to war crimes code, it's a unanimous consent. So I don't see a reason that Bouaka will be intimidated by these jokers. You got the international support. You got the support of the Liberian people. What more can you ask for? If we can do it now, when will we do it? Because of Prince Johnson and they want to be the deciding factor against 2029. That's why he's telling you you should bring it on your way out, not right now. No. If you see, let me tell you something, Sekou.
And then so maybe that way they will support somebody who
again said no, I will slow down the process. That's why he's saying technically. You know, that's why he's trying to insinuate that when Joseph Bouaka can do it on his way out, it gives them more room, like I said, to hold future presidential candidate hostage. That if you bring in war crimes code, we won't support. He said we'll be looking for someone else again to form a collaboration with that won't bring war crimes code. And we'll be looking at Joseph Bouaka, you know, he coming up with all these things. One thing I know in Liberia, we're not short on laws. We are short on the respect for law and the implementation of laws. So I read the executive order on the issue of asset recovery. We saw what happened in the House, and I know there will be some kind of a resistance in the Senate because we hear them speaking in almost the same tone. Prince Johnson is there. There people are insinuating that maybe these guys in the upper house might not be on board, but Yega Koluba said based on his own intel, this thing will pass. And the idea that Joseph Bouaka already had an executive order, it means he will go with the Liberian people that even if our lawmaker can sign off on the Liberian people are already signed off on it, and there will be war and economic crime code. I think they are seeing the possibility, like it's becoming more visible than any other time. I think that's where the fear is coming from the Prince Johnson in the time of the name of the world, but they can't intimidate us.
So Prince Johnson's reaction to this, especially by making it clear to the Liberian people that they have been having secret meeting to subvert against the state, which could be considered as treasonable behavior. Should the government let that slide? Should they sweep it on the carpet? Or is this something that could trigger an immediate investigation that could lead to an arrest and prosecution? Because if somebody say we are planning, we are having meeting to destabilize the country, if that is not enough reason to call for investigation, then what could actually trigger an investigation, Monk? And it may telling you we have the highest number of former fighters. We have the highest number of rebels. We have highest number of killers. He is boasting of that and threatening the country that if you carry on this war crown court, you are coming against, you are coming after us. And we will not sit by for them to come and arrest me. You know what? If Joseph Nima Boagai, the international community, the United Nations Security Council, the United States of America, the European Union, if they are serious for peace, if they really want to see justice in Liberia, I think some people, like the lady said yesterday, she said they want this, they would prefer the war and economic crimes court taking place in Liberia so that Liberians can witness what justice means, can see for themselves. Liberian media to be present so the Liberian people can see for themselves. And she cited the Just Law case as an example, as a case study. Should anybody be considered as a threat or a spoiler, could be prosecuted outside of Liberia. That means the likes of Prince Johnson, the Yaya Tomo Nimle, all the other people who are threatening now, if they continue with their threat, they will be arrested and put in jail and be trial outside of Liberia. Let it continue. Let it continue. We told you the other day, I'm going to say this again. The last time when I said it, somebody came to my inbox, said, don't go to some of those details, blah, blah, blah. I say, we have people got to know. We told you that there are people in the country, special agents, to keep eyes on some people, some of the individuals that are considered as potential threat. People that are considered as potential threat. People that have the behavior, could have the propensity to undermine this whole war and economic crimes court process. They could be picked up earlier than later. Let it continue talking, and you will see what I'm talking about. So Joseph Boakai, I'm pretty sure he's listening to these guys. I'm pretty sure the work is being put in place. I'm pretty sure that the United States is also aware of these reactions. They were expecting this reaction. They expected exactly what is happening right now. That's why they were very much preemptive in making sure that all the mechanisms are put in place. Now, having some agents in the country that could arrest these potential threats. I can tell you the statement by Senator Prince Johnson to admit that they are having meeting to subvert against the state, to undermine the peace of the nation. That alone gave reason Prince Justice doesn't know that he's giving himself out. He's selling himself. He's giving reasons to the people, to the International Criminal Court, to the United States, to the Liberian government. He's giving them reason why he should be even arrested and be beyond bar before even the process starts. Because if you are considered as a potential threat that could create havoc in the country, that could undermine a conducive environment for this purpose, you will be picked up. You will be taken for safekeeping until the process can start. And two of them have spoken, but there are many of them who may want to also issue threat to insert fear in the government in order to derail this process. But I can tell you, the more they talk, the more they are endangering their own well-being. Steve, welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Kane. Thanks to you and Monk for the conversation, along with Milbon. As always, the Liberian people are the most important people on earth. The Liberian women are the most beautiful women on earth. I'm confused, but I understand what's going on. First thing first, I want to start off with the communication, not the communication, the picture that I saw today of President Joseph Yuma Boakai and the Oma and Seb Boakai and Bibi. You know, we're talking serious thing, but we got to make sure we infuse some humor into some of these things before we get into the serious part, because what you're saying, I'm going to get to that part to add up on some of the information that you've provided. But I saw President Joseph Yuma Boakai a picture all on Facebook. I think that he won't look at the Oma looking in his scarf, but he holding the Oma here. He think was too bad yet.
Which Oma?
The Oma who said to that Boakai and baby. The Oma Joseph Boakai take picture today.
The Oma there?
That the Oma there. That small bluffing, bluffing.
But say you're talking about humor. But why the people decided to put the big pens on the paper again? That other people, beautiful picture the paper were in, the poster for the paper were in Kengo, walking like this and that. Why people don't dress code? How can they bring in the whole Ome Jukujuku be trusted to flip back on the paper when they're already president now?
No, but Mr. Kane, to be honest, the way I saw the paper today from the local things, I can praise my president on social level. The paper was throwing what people in Adelaide, don't want load there. But in holding the Oma hand, I just look at him for long and laugh. Joe Biden is smart. He would have taken like he holding different men, woman,
don't go there, man.
That's why I say, okay, I will not go there. I will not go there, but I saw the man holding Oma hand.
Papi not got that for that thing, man.
That Joe boy playing with that.
Papi standing with the woman.
That Joe boy playing with. There are nobody else. But anyway, that social issue will lead that one. Let's get to the main issue. Yeah. Because the one that made me laugh, I know that Joe boy that man who can position Tina from the way he's looking different place, but he's holding hand. That people ain't can roll that. You see the man holding hand down there, but he looking at the Oma do see
the holding hand.
Look at the man holding hand there, man. Nobody's too bad.
Hold on. Let me enlarge in our hand Google so I can see the hand Google.
Man, Mr. Kane, look at the hand. We do that.
Holding hand, man. They're all holding their hand down.
Mr. Kane, leave that thing. We ran
I let it smile on my face.
Yeah, we see what forensic what they're going on. See the man out there looking different place, but the man.
The camera, man.
The man holding hand, leave that thing. The man holding hand, squeezing hand down there. Forget that thing. Nobody's too big here.
But the pen thing why they continue to put a B pen on the paper when they put the other one what they used to put on the paper there the last time when the paper was in Rhode Island. all the picture and they talk and the BB thing and the small penny with the
Mr.
camera
Kane,
and all the nice thing in the point. But why did they decided not to start putting the BB trousers on the paper again?
Mr. Kane, no woman take picture so happy that I somebody not holding your hand, pressing your hand, do that thing. You know, in high school, when we were small, we used to hold women in hand, then in the middle of the finger, then in the middle of the palm, then we put our, you know, we move our finger. Then what Joe bought doing with that Oma? See how the Oma happy?
You know, form. The baby now start growing gut.
Yeah, but look at the Oma face. See how the Oma happy and laying back on his shoulder too. Joe bought put shoulder for the Oma to lay back. Look at shoulder.
Yeah, but my man, look at the good game, man. You put a point paper, you someone you know, beep don't afraid to go point paper to try.
Me, I don't care about the traffic.
They let people look good.
I just saying socially, Joe bought a beep paper. Joe bought a beep ball from a social standpoint. You see how they make Kale? Look how they make position on the whole arm. The man lay for the woman to lay on the woman to get looking successful in that picture. Yeah, the woman looking too successful. Big
I don't think Joe Bug got any authority with that woman.
Yeah, but I got no impression on
that woman, she do too much.
You're thinking about it, stand straight. You don't be thinking about different things, man. But
forget that straight. Joe bought a beep
how the woman will lay on the paper shoulder, the paper for you to stand up.
No, but look at the picture, cool. Analyze that picture, Mr. Kane.
The picture is good. The paper you're looking at the cameraman.
The left side of the shoulder, Joe bought put it for the woman to rest on it. Just look at it. And then the school
let's get to serious issues, Steve. Please.
Yeah. But anyway, my papa work with him socially. I'm working with him. So that when you can say anything you want to say, I'm with him. I support him socially. Anyway, you know, this question was asked about the security business of the country because this has been one of the ways they have been able to put fear in the Liberian people. You always hear them say, oh, the peace of the country been peaceful and whatever it is. Let me say directly what was said. On the line of security business, the Liberian people shouldn't worry. Prince Johnson can do nothing. Yaya Nimle can do nothing. Even they can have battalion or general impact in Nima country, they will not do nothing. Nobody should be afraid. You're here today to the Liberian people. Prince Johnson can do nothing. Yaya Nimle can do nothing. No rebel leader in our country alive can do anything. They can do nothing. You're here again. They can do nothing. And you're here. Let me ask this question to the Liberian people. And maybe Prince Johnson will probably want to space later on because when he puts to the water, he can space. Remember when Prince Johnson captured or arrested Doe? What was the call he made?
You call Tango.
Tango, who you were calling?
The United States Embassy.
There was a code, there was a word he used to. He called the embassy directly. Remember he used the word sunshine?
Yeah.
That was the coded word they used to make contact. He couldn't call them out directly. So he would call the coded word. A few years ago, maybe a year or two ago or three, one of Azim Musa's daughter.
Crystal Musa?
Yes. Use that same phrase.
Sunshine for Weah?
For Weah.
Yeah, I remember that.
These are coded words and messages. I want to say this from the conversations that was held. To fight war.
You got to make it clear to the people. You took my conversation wherein SKTV was privileged to be a part
wherein SKTV was represented.
War economic control thing. Yeah,
yes.
Just let people know exactly what you're talking about.
Sure. You're 100% right. Let me clarify that. Conversations where SKTV was represented. Let me say this. No rebel can go in boots if they don't have money to support them. They don't have ammunitions. You know how much for one bullet? Do you know how much for one bullet? Do you know how much it costs? Don't let nobody fool you. Ukraine crying right now that if America does not approve the money and the aid that they said it will give to them, They will kill all of their soldiers. The Russians will kill all of their soldiers. It's very costly for a war. Your leader be more Prince Johnson making. Prince Johnson want to go in bush. Even Prince Johnson, medicine men will run away when they tank her. You don't be afraid of Prince Johnson. Prince Johnson can do nothing. Like just be more than fear 30. Prince Johnson cannot do anything. Yaya Nimle cannot do anything. Nobody who fought war in Liberia can do anything. Nobody. In fact, not to talk some things to expose certain things in public. Even when Prince Johnson briefed, they know how much breath he took. So let him be passing around talking foolishness. Let him be passing around making himself feel good and make happy. You think that foolishness, what he did, 1990, they seen people that, look, Prince Johnson, go sit down and find Sarah C and sit down there. He will not do nothing. Nobody should be afraid of him. Nobody should be afraid of anything. The only thing, like Mr. Cannon said here, Joseph Human Boaka need to get serious. There is no time for game. There is no time for fooling around. Cut to the chase and get this thing going and move on. Because if he does not get it move on, anyway you put it, it will move on anyway. But if he does not get it move on, then these guys will get to him. But to say to get to the Liberian people, not lie. Nobody will not be afraid. Prince Johnson will not do nothing. You're here today, nothing. Even the American embassy near Monrovia, they just posted a statement about the fact that they employ the House of Representatives. So the momentum is in town. Nobody will not be carried away. Nobody will not be carried away. Look, your senator then, all the noise they're making will sign that document. It will pass. Joseph Boaga will sign that paper. It will pass and we'll move on. And Prince Johnson will not do nothing. And Mr. Cannon said, any attempt for Prince Johnson to make no, he will be picked up. Yeah. Whether by force or by fire, he will be picked up. Whether he will be picked up alive or dead, nobody care about that one. He will be picked up. And anybody else that make noise around it will be picked up as well. Nobody got time for that foolishness. So that stupid fear and where you can be putting people, that time over. Let's move on. Let's move the country forward. So nobody will not be afraid. You like I said, you can go to that Taisha, you discuss one economic crime business. Don't be afraid. Do not be afraid to discuss it. So that's what Prince Johnson do. But I agree with you, Mr. Kanye, that the government needs to be proactive as a government to show some sign of seriousness and show some sign of stability and ensure that the rule of law is followed. When people like Prince Johnson and other people making these kind of reckless statements, they should be called in. Yeah. And if they resist, they should be arrested. Look, the statement Prince Johnson made yesterday is tantamount to serious problem in the country, to destabilize the country. And y'all can be talking about security thing, eh? That's a security breach. That statement Prince Johnson made. What does it mean by they were having meeting? What is that supposed to mean?
Meeting been going on, and they ready. I think I'll play the audio.
What is that supposed to mean? And people saying that and making it low that politics are not politics. Nobody should be afraid of Prince Johnson. Nobody should be afraid of Prince Johnson. Nobody should be afraid of anybody who cares anybody. Nobody should be afraid of them. So maybe the government needs to be proactive enough to call Prince Johnson in. Let me tell you something. If Joseph Boaga didn't really see for 222, they will call Prince Johnson for questioning. They will. And you need to clarify his statement and be on record. And what they need to do, like the next move they need to take. Because this thing is serious. It needs to stop. And nobody should be afraid. Nobody should be afraid. Prince Johnson will not do nothing. And I want to get to the executive order part that was issued today.
Okay.
I applaud the president for the executive order. But here's my honest recommendation to the president and the government. Executive order, that one thing, the process that comes with it. I would encourage and recommend an independent audit to empower this order, or those who will be executing this order, to be impartial, not biased, and follow the recommendation of the independent auditors. Because the question that's running through my mind is, okay, great, the order is good. How did the government come to this point that they want to recover asset? How would they go about it? How do they determine which one get asset that was stolen from the government, which one does not have asset that was stolen to the government? If audits are not conducted independently, so people do not feel like they're wish hunted. This is a good move.
Steve, not to cut you off, just to add to what you're saying. I think Joseph Nyima Boagai and his people, they are confused set of people that don't know their priorities. They don't know exactly what they are doing. When it comes to access recovery, it derives from knowing exactly what you are going after.
Yes.
Access recovery means that you have identified assets.
Thank you.
You have investigated. You have gone through processes. You have gone through everything, and you have determined that X, Y, and Z belongs to the government, and we want it back. And that can only be done through proper investigation, auditing, and you arrive at the clear picture. Say, hey, these are ours. This
Yes.
thing belongs to the country. This thing belongs to the government. So we will do everything to recover them. Well, how will you? Okay, is the assets recovery team going to be the same team that's going to do the auditing?
Thank you.
So they all think they just throwing everything there just the same way. They say they're going to do the sky going to fall, in 100 days. That everything will happen in 100 days. I don't even want to be buy into it. It's nothing. It's not achievable. It's going to be just like Joe Weah on asset recovery. Imagine when Joe Weah created that asset recovery thing, headed by Serena C4 and Arthur Johnson. They had something to work with. They were working with the audit report from John Molu and other report that they had in their possession. That's why we argue then. Don't be selective as to which assets you want to recover. But going back to Ellentine, we're in targeting the likes of Amara Kone and other people. Since you also have some report, some auditing report on present government, start with that and then you go back. Or you do everything holistically so you can cherry pick as to which one to go. But at least Joe Weah then has something to work with. They have some other report they want to work with. If Joseph Nyima Boagai want to engage in assets recovery, is a good thing. But you know what it's telling me now? They are going to go and use the other report they already have on file. Why the asset recovery people then going through, after the people then from Ellington, all the people then that have some issues, all the people then that were accused in that audit report, let them start to go after those people then first, that they already on file, on record. Why they start to audit Joe Weah past government. Before the audit, the finish auditing the other point, and then the asset recovery point and finish recovering the one in the past, then they can jump on the report from Joe Weah on. So that means they will recover everything now from the past and from the government before and the government before that. So that way they will get all the one in our store during early time. Then by the time they finish getting all the one, they finish recover all the one there. Then they audit on and finish auditing Joe Weah, they will thing. And then they will know exactly what things then they are going after. Then they can start to recover.
But Mr. Kane,
from Joe Weah on the government.
Mr. Kane.
But if that's not what they're trying to do, then they're a bunch of confused people. They don't know what they are doing.
No, they're not confused. Let me tell you what they are doing. Let me tell you what's behind some of these things. There are certain people the Unity Party wants to go after and get rid of. And Jeremiah Kun is part of it.
But it's not going to work like that.
The eyes are not off Jeremiah Kun yet. Look, this is strategically done. They have not taken their eyes off Jeremiah Kun. Mind you, they do not want Jeremiah Kun to be president. So they want to exploit any loophole to go after him. This is a serious noise that they've orchestrated. This is not only meant to go after President George Weah, seditions, and the most recent government for 6 years. Because if you look at this for Jeremiah Kung is implicated. Look, this is serious. But Mr. Kane, because of time, we'll allow our people or you or Monk. I'll be watching. I'm here. Then I will talk, but to hear from the Liberian people based on the conversation, because these are serious conversations, the recipe for chaos that are happening. This asset recovery thing that the president put up today. It got more noise behind it.
Yeah,
Bigger
but
noise than your thing.
I want to know their term of reference.
Exactly.
I want to know where they're going to start from. I want to know what they are going to be recovering. Because you can't just say you have an asset recovery team. You got to tell us exactly what they are going to recover. What are these other things that have been identified as government assets? So let them go after the one they already have on file. Since Joe Weah didn't started it, they failed. That's why Joe Weah was a failure. They started something, they say they're going to do asset recovery. They brought criminal and corrupt Serena Sipol and confused Arthur Johnson. They say they're going to do asset recovery. Before you look, that was just a fiasco. And now they still have those things on file. Joe Baka is going to form or create a team for asset recovery. Then they will start the one they already got on, in the book. They already have something considered as government things, government property. People that owe the government, people that still take money from the government, they can start recovering from the ones then from Ellen time. When by the time they finish getting that one, by that time, the auditing commission already audited Joe Weah government, and they know exactly things that need to be recovered. Then they can continue as part of the effort to recover everything that belongs to the Liberian government and Liberia as a whole. So maybe I'm opening the line in Liberia. Let's hear from our people. I know people are enjoying the conversation, but we also have to hear from the people. I know, man. I know. Maybe you are muted.
Yes,
You good?
indeed. Sorry. Yeah, so you can now place in your calls to all of you, our dear travel listeners. Call in on 0778 339 That's the number to call to be part of the show right here on Truth FM 96.1. Again, 0778 339 and you'll be live. And let me get to the line and pick my first caller. To this caller, good evening.
Good evening, Melbourne, and let me say good evening to the SKTV family.
Yeah, my brother, what's your name and from where you join us?
This is Daniel Johnson from Abel Fire Zone. Let me appreciate you guys for the level of discussion, especially when it comes to the issue of the war and economic crime. We did it according to the Liberia resolve. So nothing. They will continue to tell the government, do not be afraid. Nobody can do anything in this country. People must go and face in the court and see how bad they get exonerated themselves. If you go there, you are exonerated, fine. Today, Speaker Funaki Kofa posted on Facebook board that it is about time that the legislature are going to establish the corruption court. It is important. This thing, it is real, and it is about time for people to pay for their action. Like I always say, in Liberia, we experience the character massacre under our lives for life.
All right, thank you so much. So, like take other people too also. To this caller, good evening.
Thank you very much, Eric. Let me say the president good evening to
Yeah, go ahead.
I listened to the talking point, but I have key interest in the asset recovery team that was set up by the president. First of all, let me begin by saying very big thank you to the president for such a very sensitive thought, in restoration and a recovery. Listening to one of the panelists who said after Johnson was elected or was appointed by the president to, recover stolen assets for the government. But when you listen to other Johnson, he said he didn't have a political will. That is, when you make a report to the president requesting that those finances that they needed to fight and get that assets, they were denied. So I don't think they're going to be business as usual. You know that the president has said continuously that it will not be business as usual. So let us watch and see.
All right, let us watch and see. To this caller, good evening. Yeah, my brother, go straight to the point. Your name and from where you join us.
Thank you so much. I'm Richard Barrich calling you from Bishop David Compound.
You got to add your voice, though, Chief.
Say that again.
I said you got to be a little bit audible, or you have it, or if you add the strength into your voice.
Thank you so much. I listen to you guys keenly. Everything that is said in the studio is actually making a lot of sense. I don't think Prince Johnson should always be intimidating this country all because of war crime code. He's not the only president that fought war in this country. There are a lot of heinous crime committed here by other people. And the only way the culture of impunity will be eradicated in our country is to have this code in our country to eradicate this kind of thing happening in the future. But every time we talk about war crime code to set our country on the right path, Prince Johnson always threatening the country and taking Nema to be another country on his own. So I'm asking the Namibian that you not join Prince Johnson in this ugly act. Prince Johnson is not the only person that committed crime in this country. Let the war crime code come here. Those that have to be punished, let them be punished. But if people are stealing our country money, it's not supposed to be like this.
All right, thank you so much. The people are stealing the country money. My brother supposed to be like this. To this caller, good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, my brother, go ahead. Your name and from where you join us.
The war crime code is a must because.
What's your name?
No.
Hello, Chief. What's your name?
Justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. By no justice, there will be no peace. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. I don't know about that. So good of you. To this caller, good evening. Yeah, my brother, go ahead. Your name and from where you join us. All right, thank you so much. No Nimbanan supporting war. Then you go and facing the justice. To this caller, good evening. Yeah, my brother, we are great. Thank God.
The people just want to impress people that are working. Concerning on the access recovery, let me tell you something, my brother. To say, I just want to add working for the work people, but the thing with that, totally. How about supposed to be government? How about what will they recover? What will recover from people and right? It's a very difficult thing to be honest with you. So, when one for them to say, instead of for them to get taken for the 100 days, that the president government is paying for, if you want to be getting people that right here, there are some people, they're working in just for president. We have today that what is happening.
All right. All right. Thank you so much. 300 million will be for the work and coach, and where the coach will be established according to him. Hello?
Hello?
Yes. Okay, go ahead, Chief.
Let me tell you, this one people basically we always thank God that it's coming and but it is this time people there they are really let me tell you they are leaders, they are confident. When you are addressing it too, you are addressing it in a way that you are addressing leaders them. I think they will go and justify what is saying in the country, they will pay for it. In the meantime, you are not respecting the same way we can respect you people, everybody are better people.
All right. Thank you so much. To this caller, good evening. All right, Manuel, go ahead.
The former president
Maybe for some reason we're not hearing the people then call them very clearly. Yeah, the sound is very, very bad. We can't hear them.
All right, all right. All right, thank you. We'll go for it. Yeah, Seku,
yeah, for
sorry,
some reason, calls are not too clear. We're not hearing them.
Yeah, we are using the other computer, and
yeah. So the one we're using a few days, that's not the one we're using right now, right?
No, I think we have some technical glitches on that one. So our IT guys are working on it. So we're using the other computer.
Yeah, I could tell because it's not clear. We're not hearing the people when they call.
All right. So then they'll leave the call or the calls out and just.
All right. So we open the lines here in the diaspora. So if you are in Liberia, that you decide to call in, you can call our WhatsApp number. Let me grab the other phone here. You can call our WhatsApp number. You can call anywhere, and also don't forget to support SKTV if you can. We appreciate it. If you don't have it, no wahala. But it's always, somebody texted me, oh, why you can't remind the people. So that's why we posted a link over there. If you have it, we will appreciate it. If you don't, that's okay. So I'm gonna pin the number here for callers. 480-862 0783 or 480-401-2081. Yeah, you can call any of those numbers and you will be right here on SKTV to contribute to this very, very important conversation. The number is right there. You can call that number, then you will be live on SKTV. So listening to our people, I think people are beat up, people are fired up, people are 100% in gear to support this whole idea of war and economic crimes code. So if you are in Liberia and you are supporters of Joseph Boakai, you should embrace this decision by the government to establish war and economic crimes code. And those people who consider themselves as major actors, some of whom name came, in the document of DRC final report and recommendations, they are not going to pray for this thing to happen. Because even if they don't go to jail, but it will limit their participation in our political space. It will limit them It will guarantee good governance. It will guarantee good moral. It will bring trust. It will bring jobs. Because what's going to happen if bad actors are taking out of the picture, corrupt actors, criminals, economic criminals, if they are somehow removed from the process, from our governing system, that will encourage investors. It will encourage, it will bring a lot of private sector jobs. People are afraid to bring their money, to bring their investment into Liberia because they feel there's no security. Because they feel like if they bring the investment in Liberia, there's no justice system.
Yes.
They're afraid. They feel like these people, they're rebel leader, they're former rebel there, and they behave and no economic crime. Do you know even Aaron Snow's name is on that list as people then that were involved in economic crime? I was going through the list last night. Most of the people then who are serving in government today, who are serving key positions today and in the past, they are listed by TRC as economic criminal. TRC didn't say that, but those people that believe that they will engage in economic crime, that they should be prosecuted instead of being the one running the country, but they should be behind bar. Who don't want to see justice? So let the Liberian people embrace these things. If Joseph Nyimabuaga had done any good thing in his 1 month and some days in power, it's this announcement of Weah Economic Crimes Court. And if Joseph Nyimabuaga want to be taken seriously, let him encourage this War and Economic Crimes Court. Let him make sure and push his foot on the accelerator. No time for braking. Let him push his foot on the accelerator harder and faster. So people are afraid to go into the country because of lack of security. Businesses could be vandalized.
Yes.
And this criminal then, for example, even before Joseph Barker took office, something Joe Pone used to do, Joseph Barker's son allegedly and his nephew, Jay Kabakoli, they did the same thing. Going from store to store, taking money from the Lebanese people, taking money from store owners, taking money from corporations, business people, to give them assurance. How are you going to work like that? Those are all economic crime. And I can tell you, people should embrace this whole thing. Because, the lady said, even today, corruption is very hard in Liberia. So if we open this economic crime court, if Joseph Barker's son is true that Joseph Barker's son went to those people then to go be taking money from them, he will be prosecuted too. If he's not prosecuted, then Joseph Barker himself could get in trouble. If it's true that Joseph Barker's children and his nephew, Jacob Akoli, they used to, after the inauguration or before the inauguration, they went to people to take money from people in hundreds of thousands and millions, they would definitely be implicated. Prince Johnson, when the economic crime is they pay to play. Do you know how many people the people didn't do Joseph Barker took money from after when they were declared winners, before their inauguration? Do you know how many people committed to them? They committed to and took money from? They will come forward. They will come forward. So economic crime, war crime, everybody should encourage it. It's for everybody. While I was talking, I saw a few people posting, oh, you know, Seku, you're talking about the whole what quote. Cabinet Janet was a rebel general. Oh, Abu Kurma was a rebel from Ulimoke. I saw them. I saw all those things, but you know, I like to leave some of these comments for later. If you believe Cabinet Janet, Justice Cabinet Janet was a rebel general, as you said, then you should pray for the work to come. So he too can account for what he did. If you believe that Abu Kurma is a general, is a rebel, and he killed people, and you have proof, you have something to prove it, then you should pray. You should support, you should embrace this whole idea of war in economic crimes court. That means we need a blunt justice. We need a justice system that will be blunt, that will bring everybody to court. Let all of them have their days in court and defend themselves and exonerate themselves, or being locked up. So I don't see this thing as a trouble business. I don't see it as religious business. I don't see it as political business. Whether you Mandingo, you Pula, you Pele, you Giyo, you Mano, you Buddhas, or you Muslim, or you Christian, I don't care. They said the prosecutor will follow the evidence. The prosecutor will follow the evidence where it leads. It doesn't matter your tribe. It doesn't matter your country of origin or your political affiliation or your religious persuasion. It doesn't matter. So we should all be happy. So instead of you cherry picking, pointing finger to and don't worry, let will all embrace the idea. Like,
that's the thing.
When it comes now, the people say the prosecutor will follow the evidence where it leads. Monk.
Yeah, I'm here.
I know you've been a little bit busy today.
Yeah.
Do you think everybody should just embrace this whole idea as opposed to pointing fingers to certain people? Let's just embrace the code. Let the code be established for them. What about
now? The thing is, everybody have already embraced this whole idea. It's something that Liberian people overwhelmingly support, like I keep saying all the time. The problem here is there are certain signs that will keep some of us to play the role of a doubting Thomas. Because you said it right. You talk the above war and economic crimes code. You are talking about you trying to kill two birds with a single stone by establishing this code. Okay. The one thing I found kind of confusing. I mean, when you talk about asset recovery. Asset recovery is a very complicated project. You're talking about both domestic and international. You're talking about tracing. You're talking about confiscation of property. You're talking about capital flight. It's not something you can get established in a day or two. It will take a while. The second thing here is some of the move that Joseph Boaga made, like people were praising him here from the beginning or trying to do quarterbacking for him. It just doesn't make sense. Joseph Boaga submitted his asset. He never declared his asset. Asset declaration means you should make things public. If you want to go after people, you must lead by example. You went the same route that George Weah went. Now, your executive order, when you read the executive order, it says the Ministry of State for Special Services in lockstep with the Ministry of Justice. But who Joseph Boaga went to send to the Ministry of Justice? Cooper Cra or May?
No, Cooper Cra no longer there.
No, I mean,
somebody there. Somebody
withdrew his nomination. I'm saying, but he was attempting to send him there.
Oh yes, he did.
The days of May that the Supreme Court came out a judgment against him, right? Mm-hmm. So why does it say about the president moves and things that he wants to do? They are not coherent. They are not together here. And you see, the second thing here is Prince Johnson is one guy that always getting me confused. Prince Johnson always justified his action during the war, that his people were targeted and he was the one trying to protect his people. And one thing I know Prince Johnson is fully aware of is Prince Johnson knows that there are certain actions or conduct that you must displace during a war that amounts to war crimes, whether it's about genocide, whether it's about hostage, whether it's about intentionally attacking civilian target. Prince Johnson, if you want to tell that you're doing the right thing, then you cannot be afraid of war crimes court.
Yeah.
So it's a contradiction. And you see, the same thing someone here is doing. He talked about Prince Johnson. Why you want to make Prince Johnson a poster child of the war crime code? Because Prince Johnson's reaction to the war crime code will always make it a poster child. In as much as some others want to make it seem like, oh, they think it's a witch hunt or it's a target against Prince Johnson. No, her reaction alone. You keep contradicting yourself. You call yourself a man of God who don't want to give accountability when other people are already paying the price for the crime that they committed. So which one is what here? And it's up to the president as well. The president must show that he's in control, because in as much as people support him to embark on these endeavors or to go after war crimes code and asset recovery, if it starts smelling like anything closer to witch hunt, he will get very, very unpopular. Because the question people ask, where are the models of the war? Molu was one of the proponents of the whole asset recovery thing. He was one of those that interested into accountability. He was one of those that talk about how they call it, audit. But he's nowhere to be seen on this rescue train. So the question is this president getting on this journey, from a sense of that he want to bring accountability, or they just theatrics or political theatrics that will put out on the person that, yeah, Joseph Boga is going for war and economic crime code, but in reality, it's not even close. That's where I'm at. I will get them props for taking this step, but until I can see things happening, because Melbourne Tech, for instance, the Truth and Reconciliation Committee recommendation is a case in point. Who's following up on these things? Yeah, we have Boga issue an executive order. Yeah, it's just on paper. For some of us, we want to see real tangible action. We want to see move that will suggest that, yeah, this thing is really up and running. Because look at Jeremiah Cohn, implicated by Transparency International, man who's averted a public fund to his personal hospital, private hospital. He's the vice president today. So you want me to believe that in the midst of all these things happening, that Joseph Boga is truly indeed going after economic crime? And the lady, the U.S. ambassador said it, or Betty Vinsach, she said that she talked about there are overwhelming evidences against people that committed economic crime, and they were going to be memorable in picking certain actors when it comes to war crimes. So that suggests to me that there are going to be more economic criminals than people who actually committed war crime, because you have to perform certain action that amount to war crimes. Just because you participated in the war, you committed war crime. You see the difference here? But when she tells us that there are overwhelming evidence on individual, I know she was talking about the Magio and the Biotuaries of the war. When you want to say that you have overwhelming evidence for economic crime, then I don't think a guy like Pino need to be afraid of war and economic crime code, because the chances of him being convicted is slim compared to people who committed economic crimes. But anyway, I will stop there for now, Sekou.
Yeah, Mong, I want to thank you. I don't know, Melbourne, they are trying to now go to the actual news in Liberia. I'm not sure if they have started it, but I think they'll be going there. But we will stay continue with the show for another maybe 5 minutes like that. When Betty said that the economic crime continues up to present, and they said that they have overwhelming evidence on people that they issue sanction on, some of whom are serving in the Senate today. The likes of Makio, Petrawe, Prince Johnson, and the former Senate Pro Tem, all of whom are sanctioned for corruption and economic crime. That's why when I heard Yeke saying yesterday that these people will approve This one economic crimes court, I still have my doubt. I don't trust them. I don't trust if they will. I don't believe if they will sign anything
For sure.
that will incriminate themselves.
Yes.
I don't think so. But if they feel, like they have said in the past, that they were wrongly accused, if they feel that they committed no crime, then they will have no reason to reject the process. If they believe, as they have said, that they committed no crime, they were involved in no corruption, they did not take any money from the country, they did exactly what they were supposed to do, then of course, if they sign it, then I will believe them until they can be proven guilty. If Maggie, Prince Johnson, if Maggie, Prince Johnson, Petrawe, Eddie Snow, and all the other people who are accused of corruption, if they vote and support and approve the establishment of war and economic crimes court, then I will believe them when they say they were not guilty of anything. Because you will not be guilty of something, then you will go and sign something that will lock you up. If they want us to trust them, even before the court, let them go ahead and approve it. Let them go ahead and vote to support war and economic crimes court in Liberia. Then I will believe them. Then I will trust them. And I believe Liberian people will. Because it will mean that nobody will be guilty of something that you go and do something that will take you to jail. I don't think so. I don't think they will do. They're not that stupid. Emmanuel Nukwe is rich. Senator Nukwe from Magibi County, he's very rich. When I say rich, I mean rich. He has one of the biggest farms in Liberia. He also has capital, he has cash. He's a former speaker. Edus Notu is rich. Magil is rich. In fact, all those three people that I just called their name to you, they won their elections because they got money. They bought their election from their constituencies. They won because they used cash violence. They took advantage of the poverty that our people are engulfed in. They took advantage of the suffering of the Liberian people and used cash violence, make them to vote for them. You know, the House of Representatives, many of whom I don't know, were actually involved in the corrupt act, and they I don't know many of them that are sanctioned compared to the Senate. Let's look at the Senate. Maybe I may even forget about some of the names, but let's look at the Senate, for example. Prince Johnson, Nathaniel Magill, Pierre Traore, and Pierre Traore, and the other guy name, the former speaker, the former Senate Pro Tem, Abochie, Emmanuel Nukwe, and the list goes on. All those are senators. However, they are not in majority, but they got friends. Somebody say Musa. Musa was something. Musa is part of anything like a sanction or any kind of if Musa, somebody would call him Musa. If Musa should be anything in terms of corruption or whatever, Musa just declare his assets and openly told the world, if you think you have anything on me or against me, whether you are government or any individual or institution,
Yeah, come and prove it.
Come and prove it. So Musa has vindicated himself. Some of you who are still mentioning Musa, you are doing it just out of tribalism or out of hate or jealousy or envy against him. Other than that, you have anything legal against him, just go and prove it. Musa just told you. That
And
you
Musa did something that Joseph Boga couldn't do. So how do you
Musa did something that Joseph Boga failed to do. So some of you calling Musa out of envy, jealousy, and tribalism. Plain and simple. That's why the country is not going anywhere. Let me take this. You want us to, protect criminals and vilify good people. What Musa did, let Joseph Boga do the same thing. Let Joseph Boga declare his asset publicly. Let's have access to it. Let's peruse it line by line. And let him be able to defend it to the Liberian people. Let America do the same thing. Let America declare his asset publicly. Let's go through it line by line. Line by line. I don't see, when we're talking Liberia, I don't see tribe. I don't see friendship. I don't see religion. I don't see party. These people, they're just crazy. Tribalism is so infested their system to the extent that it has some blockade in their sense of reasoning. They don't even see reason. They are blinded. Let's take calls from here, a few calls from here, then we call it a day. Ibrahim, how are you, sir?
Yeah, brother Sekou, good afternoon. Good afternoon to Monk and of course Mabel.
Of course.
Great show, man. You guys, thanks for the show again.
Thank you.
I just want to zero in on this particular economic
asset recovery.
Yeah, the asset recovery, economic situation, so on and so forth. Listen, Sekou, I know we quite honestly when we are speaking about these issues, sometimes we gotta be pragmatic and then analytical on issues.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you this, Sekou, there are a lot of guys that worked from the alien government up to today's Waka government. And a lot of those people, the likes of the Snow, the Thomas Fala, the Derepin Johnson, the fact that the United Party government put a pay structure in place that afforded those guys to work for the period duration, it itself make them illegitimate millionaires without even squandering any resources from the country. Here is my point I'm trying to make. If you have an individual that was earning $15,000 a month, that is the lower house, by the way. The legislator, representative making $15,000 a month. A year, that's about $185,000. Forget about all of the other immunities that they enjoy, all the other incentives that come to them. Just their salary, legitimately, because that's the structure that you had a government put in place, the Ellen government. Now, the man is making $185,000. Take it for maybe like the Prince Joseph. He's going almost for 20 some more years now. Or the Thomas Falada been in our house since 2005. That made him for 50 or 20 years, he's going to be earning about $3.4 million just in income, legitimate income. So by Liberia standard, even in the United States here, he's automatically a millionaire. Just by the income. I'm not justifying anything for anybody's ordinary resources here. But those income structure, that, for me, I've been very critical of that pay structure in Liberia long before even this government or the Weah government. I was very critical of it. But hey, that was what we had there. So calculate $185,000 a year by somebody that's been over there for maybe 15 years now, like the Thomas Fala, the Eddie Snow, the Prince Johnson, the Sir Joseph. You just name these guys. So automatically, those guys, they're legitimate earning, make them automatic millionaires in the country. So if people going after them, they should be very critical that indeed the people did not steal these monies, but rather they put a pay structure in place that make them what they are today. So if somebody...
Abraham, let me just interject for a second.
Yes.
That's one way to look at it.
Yes.
If they're earning,
right,
if the money they're making can put them legitimately at $3-4 million after a certain period of time,
right,
then you look at what they accumulated in the first term, in the first 6 years,
right,
in the second 6 years to make it 12 years,
right,
versus what they have at that time. Let's just calculate the salary and know. No, I'm just trying to add something so that the viewer can understand. Yeah. So what I'm trying to say here, there is no way for Thomas Fala to have earned $2-3 million in 12 years and build a university that worth $30, $40, $50 million legitimately. So if you look at it, well, you know, maybe because of the money they started giving it too much, so they can legitimately earn this money without stealing. Then you look at the ratio, what they're getting versus what they have. If you are getting, let's just put it at $5 million in 12 years. But then in 6 years, you already worth $100 million. If you minus your salary, $5 million, where did you accumulate it? Where did you accumulate the $95 million from? Where did you get that from? So if you put it, if you look at it from that perspective, you will find out that the whole idea of audit or asset recovery are legitimate, but you just have to follow the right procedures. Free of, yeah, void of witch hunt, void of political game playing and stuff like that. If they do that, then I think it is quite correct and legitimate to question the worth of those guys, so that they can actually tell the Liberian people where they get those things from. It might be legally earning something, but what you're earning and what you worth cannot even come close to even 10% of what you worth. That means how did you accumulate the other money?
Yes, you're right. You are right about what a kind of audit is done to understand what earned on the period. But what I was trying to just project that a lot of these guys is just by the earning, put them in a category you can call them millionaires. I mean, it's not that they stole it. That's what I was trying to drive home. But then when you come to the forensic part of being an audit, then you're talking about the man got more than what he earned. Nothing to show. Then you got to answer some questions. I get that point, but I was just trying to draw together. For instance, some people are making $210,000 a year. Prince Joseph being over there this year is going to 20 years. Okay, calculate that by 210,000 times 20 years. But that's a lot of money. that will put somebody in a category that he calls himself millionaire. And you understand? So it's just ridiculous that in fact to even give the country that kind of pay structure, that economically we are so strangulated like this, and the
Thank
people
you.
is dealing with that.
Thank you.
I appreciate the time, man. Let me not take all of it.
No problem, my brother. Thank you so much. Thank you.
brother.
Yeah. Let's go to my brother here. Ben, the honor cover sedition.
Yeah. Thanks for having me. This is the honor cover sedition.
Yes, sir.
For the Hot Blood Pressure Show. How are you?
We're here, brother.
Good. So, first of all, I'm surprised you guys are talking about assets recovery. Y'all are very important. You guys don't learn. All right. Didn't you guys see George Weah team and the asset discovery team? That was the same joke to make out like girl. But the asset recovery team, the speaker just shot us. I mean, he used a bazooka. He told GMB, you better stop. The letter he said it should be current and formal. So it means that the whole thing is going to die. It's not going to go anywhere with that prematurely. Because the speaker knows that the present vice president is another criminal. So he's telling Barack, if you read it, it should be for now and before. And Barack then will not go, they will not do anything. This is just, this is just,
Ben,
yeah.
Let me ask you, this is something, I don't know when you came on the show. That was the same question that I asked when you came to this whole asset recovery thing. To recover assets, right?
Yeah.
You must first define what you're recovering. You must first know how. That's why I talk about the term of reference. You must first of all know exactly what you're going after, and how did you arrive at the decision whether or not those things belongs to the government. You must have, established or conducted some level of auditing to decide that these are things that belong to the government. Now, until they can come up with their own audit report, if they decide to to carry on any asset recovery at this point, I think they should use other documents that are already on file, right? Things that have been declared by the Liberian government as owned by the Liberian people, and go after those who owe the Liberian government. And that will start from the government of Joseph Nyimabuaga and Ellen Johnson Sirleaf.
Yes, but you know right now getting me to be worried about the old man a little bit now. Because it's saying what they're trying to do is to just flood the space. Because they know like people were falling for this auditing, so they're just flooding everything audit. You know, the first audit from the money that happened to the illegal no tea.
Yeah, the $40 million thing to no tea.
The second one with the party chairman ain't gonna do it. So all they're doing is just flooding the zone with all of these unprecedented things because they know that they are having a hard time. So because you can't, what are you recovering? What? How long is this process going to go on? I mean, they just wrote a big letter. I mean, it's so big, and that's why the speaker just shot a big bazooka. He said, "Okay, my man, we welcome it. Is that why you want to bring it on?" But know that it did not start from here. It was being passed.
Oh, as the speaker said something?
The speaker said on that now. So the president, he said he welcomed the asset recovery, but it must be for present and past government teachers.
Yep.
The speaker already fired back already. So this thing is going to die of premature death. It's not going to go. We just waste your time running around saying after Johnson saying they're going to collect money. People are all clowns. Yeah. Anyway, my brother, thanks for having me.
Yeah, unfortunately,
I think Ben is right. These guys are playing games. It just don't make any sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
It's the same playbook that we have people use. Create a fake asset recovery team talking about they were going to recuperate $4 billion. Can you imagine? The administration is responsible for one of the massive looting that ever happened in our country history, telling say they are coming back to recuperate stolen assets from the government. And that's why it's happening here. Look at the issue of the central bank. Check the discrepancy. between the amount that George Weah claimed that he left for the Baka government. We can't even hear anything about that. So where are you starting from? And the statement Ben made concerning the fanatic cover, I think I screenshotted it. I got it on my phone here. He said, we welcome the president's executive order to among assets recovery. The legislature must move quickly to establish a corruption code to hold past and present government officials responsible who rob the state and citizens of their valuable resources. Concomitant with the House passage of the War and Economic Crimes Resolution of March 5th, the end of impunity in Liberia is near. So that's one thing sedition are counting on. We welcome everything, but just know that you are going to the past, because they know if you go to the past, whether it's a Bwaka, whether it's a Jeremiah Kun, they are all going to be part of it. That's why we told the Liberian people during the election, if you really want accountability and war crime, Unity Party were never the better option, because they are the same players on both sides. You will not go anywhere. It will keep circulating like this until the next 6 years come and pass, and you won't get to nothing. That's why I believe there is nothing but optics, because the pieces are just not connecting. The puzzle pieces are not connecting. It just don't make sense. It doesn't make any sense to me.
It doesn't. Well, I think we have to leave it there for today. But before we go, let me just say this.
For sure.
When we said that people should support, one person sent us $25. Let me see whether they say I shouldn't call their name or whatever. The last name is Cephas. I want to say thank you to that person. It's a female. Thank you so much for supporting SKTV. Yeah, that's it so far. That one person that sent the $25, we appreciate you. I want to say thank you to you.
Yeah.
And we want to say every good thing
must come to an end.
To an end. So we will call it a day, unless Mong want to add something before we go.
Well, I just want to say to the listeners, finally, our people get all confused all the time. They contradict themselves, and that is why politicians will keep playing them until they can make a drastic change. You cannot say you are for war and economic crimes code unanimously all over the country, at the same time voting for criminals back into power. You brought Alex Tyler back to power. You bring the naming of the war back to power. Whether it's even the fanatic Kofa. You're talking about Bill Tuari. You're talking about McGill. You cannot be talking about economic justice and at the same time electing criminals. They were never appointed. They were elected by you. So you are not serious. You are not ready for real progress in Liberia. When you're ready, your action will tell us that you are ready. For now, you will be played and you are about to be played again, just like the same way in which George Weah did it. So I'm not going all in on this assets recovery and war crimes code. That's why I'm going to leave it for today.
Thank you. Thank you. So my people, thank you. We appreciate your time. We appreciate you sharing the show, and we appreciate the sister who sent us the $25. We appreciate you guys. We'll see you again. We'll see you. Yeah, good night, and we love you all.